Well, today as I record this, it's actually Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving in retrospect to everybody who is a CRN fan. We appreciate it. As you note, John and Matt and myself, we're not doing a live show this week. We're having time with our families and our friends, and we're kind of scattered around, so we hope that you guys have had an enjoyable weekend. But as we've had the chance to do some of our CRN shows live from our own homes, Matt and myself specifically, noticed this particular background for me right here, and a few people have commented on it. So I figured instead of doing a live show, we'd give you kind of a look at exactly what all I've got here. And it all started with that one right there. I worked for a company called Racing USA back in about 2001. And this one right here is the Darrell Waltrip Championship car, the third of his three titles. This one right here represents the first two. And it just seemed to be kind of the logical thing to do as a big Darrell Waltrip fan. So I bought that one first, and it started this process. Now, what you'll notice here is that of all these cars that are here, and I'll show you a few others in a cabinet over there, they are all either Darrell Waltrip or Tony Stewart related cars. Save that one. That one was a gift. And those of you who are NASCAR fans recognize that as the Davey Allison car. Davey Allison being a member of the Alabama gang. That one right there is a car that Tony Stewart drove for Kevin Harvick Incorporated at Daytona. That's one of Darrell Waltrip's first ever NASCAR cars. And you see several different ones over the course of time, including some ASA cars and ARCA cars that Darrell Waltrip has driven. These here, like Tony Stewart Xfinity and Truck Series cars. These two right here represent when they were doing the anniversary and recognizing all the champions. So you kind of get an idea of several of these cars here, but probably my favorite paint scheme, that one right there. I really wish Tony Stewart had driven that car more often. He drove it one time at Richmond and kind of flipped the Home Depot paint scheme to where instead of it was orange with black, I get a lot of black with that. Probably my favorite one. And it goes all the way down to here where you see the last couple of cars, the throwback that Tony Stewart drove at Darlington, his final year, 2016, representing the Bobby Allison throwback, and then the Always a Champion that he drove in the season finale that year at Homestead, Miami.
So how many years has this collection taken you to put together, Steve?
Oh gosh, since 2001, and it's still kind of going because I came across this one with the help of John at Talladega at the flea market. So I actually bought this one this year. So yeah, 2001 and still going. And it continues over here.
To answer the question, that's 22 years.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? This goes back to the related one. You notice I've got a couple of Bobby Labonte cars in here, but it was Shrek, and then Madagascar, and Jurassic Park, and Coca-Cola ones here. And then I did get along the way, just happened to find some 164th, but most of these are 124th cars. IROC cars from Tony Stewart here. The one up top was Darrell Waltrip. And then you can see they did a collection here of notable wins from Tony Stewart over the course of his career, and a couple of special ones from Darrell Waltrip there on the bottom. So that just gives you kind of an overview of the collection that you guys saw and commented on as we had the chance to do a couple of shows from the house and use that as a background. So I thought as a Thanksgiving gift and something new for you guys to check out, we give you an overview of the collection that I had. Matt's got a smaller collection. One of these days, we might be able to actually convince him to actually show you those. Hope you all, again, have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. We'll be back again next week, bringing you another live edition of the Championship Racing Network.